Hi guys, this is Rusty 78609. I'm at Fort Stanton near Capitan, New Mexico. It's an old fort that was built in 1855 to come out here and help fight the Indians back then. And the Mescalero Apaches were the main enemy or whatever, I guess, at that time. All we were trying to do was move them off their own land. You know what I mean? I can't understand why they resisted. But anyway, I'm going to walk around here. We'll go in some of these old buildings. Again, that was the museum entrance. This is the parking area for the visitors straight ahead. And it's a little breezy, but I've got on my mic. Maybe it won't be too bad. So we're going to walk around here. Some of the buildings are open. But anyway, there's Bo, my Ram pickup. And it's a beautiful day. It's slightly, well, it's not quite overcast, but there are a few clouds in the sky. But how many, it doesn't say how many people were here at the height of the period, but we'll walk around. There's a lot of buildings, so there must have been several hundred troops. And this building right here, they don't have it on the map, but again, this building on the left, right here, that's the museum. They have a lot of stuff in there. Not to say a lot, it's pretty basic, but it's okay. And this building here, they ought to have them labeled. Wouldn't that be helpful? You see this shakiness? Hopefully when I get my new phone on Monday that has image stabilization, that will be history. Now this little parade ground here on the left, occasionally they have events where they reenact certain things, and they'll have a cannon that they fire and all that stuff. And here's some of the old original furniture here on this patio here. Yeah, this is really pretty. I mean, this is really a pretty place. I mean, all the buildings are huge. The walls are probably 18 inches thick, as you can see right there. No, and talk about a beautiful location. I mean, just beautiful. But anyway, let's go in this building right here, since it's open, and see what we got. Looks like it might be a mess hall. I'm not sure. A mess hall is a place where you go to eat in the military. Actually, no. This is a semi-barracks, or else they put stuff in. Here's some of the old rifles right here, one of them, and the old cavalry swords that you've probably seen in the movies many times. I'm not sure what that would gauge that would, or what caliber that would be, but I'm going to say it's probably a 44, big. And here's some of the, here's a typical office. Well, that shows to be an enlisted man. That's a sergeant, but I doubt that the enlisted people had this quality of barracks or bunks. But yeah, those are pretty wide, actually. Some of the old uniforms over here, if you can see them, the lighting's not great. One of the old hats there. Company B, I guess, would be that one. An old kerosene lantern, I suppose. Some of the old shoe. And a box of old crackers and stuff. But let's go on around. And yeah, it's got the old wooden floors, and here's some more of the bunks. So this was just the quarters for some of them. Now that would have been, I would say that would have to be either for the top sergeant, and this is all the rest of the privates and stuff out here. This is where I'd have been. Here's an old checker table. Right here, got wooden checkers. Somebody made out of wood. Pretty cute. And we'll go over here and we'll get a close-up of some of these uniforms and stuff. Yeah, there's the old, I think these are old wool jackets. Yeah, that's wool for sure. Keep you warm in the winter. And there's another jacket there, one of the hats. Little green ball on top meant something, I'm sure. That's one thing about soldiers. See, if you get, what was it Napoleon said? If he'd had enough medals, he could have conquered the world. A lot of truth in that. Anyway, this is pretty neat, isn't it? And this is a good day to be here, even though it's Saturday morning. There's nobody here because there's no event. Sometimes you come here and there's people milling around talking, and you can't hardly do a video. And there is the central heater. Okay. And that is made by Well, I don't know, it says something North, South Carolina, I guess. Anyway, there's a typical bunk. They're wider than I would have expected. They are quite wide. I mean, our bunks in the military were half that size. And there's an old canteen, some more clothing. Yeah, that thing didn't hold but about a pint. Most of them probably just put whiskey in it, and that was a hell of it. Here's a deck of cards. Looked like some old ghosts were having a game till I interrupted them. Old pouch there to carry something in. More clothing and another canteen. And let's go on around. Here you go. Here's some lighting. Very modern. This is controlled by a Google Home device. Yeah, you tell Google Home to light your candle. Okay? Here's some more of the weapons. You know, those things are probably worth a lot of money, actually. I'm sure they are, because they're muzzle loaded. You know, they got this is a plunger. You can't see it. Get over here. You see this thing right here? Pull this out and use it. Plunge down in the barrel. Pack the wadding in there. And this, I'm not sure what this might have been. Wait a minute, this says this is a quartermaster exhibit. So this is where all the clothing and all kind of stuff were kept, supplies and different things. Beautiful, very sturdy building for sure. And a lot of some of the old utensils there. So let's move on, guys. Here we go. School of the Soldier. Order arms. I remember that. Carry arms, port arms, present arms, parade rest, load, rifle salute, soldier arms, secure arms, sling arms. You remember all that, guys? Sure, some of you do. More clothing. And this is the poor old private's caps here. Okay? Fort Stanton's unit surface matrix, but it doesn't show how many people were here. Anyway, we'll move on around here, and there's some more buildings that are open. I'm just doing a short video. For those of you that are interested in coming here, again, that's where the museum is. That's some officers' quarters down there. And we're going to go see if what else might be open this morning. Building 6 is the dining hall. Again, this was all built in around 1850 to 1855 in that range. So yeah, it's pretty nice. These old buildings are, again, the walls are probably about 18 inches thick. And I would imagine they were quite cool in the summer and quite warm in the winter. I'm not sure if this building here is open, but we're going to check. If not, we will proceed to one that is. They're supposed to have most of these open at 10 o'clock, but I think that pretty much depends on who's working that day, whether they come around and unlock these doors. No, that one's locked. But I know where there's another one that's open. It's a little bit of a walk, but y'all don't have anything else to do you? I don't. And the walking ain't gonna hurt me. But come Monday, remember the song, Come Monday? Anyway, I'm not getting into that, but however, come Monday, I'll have a phone with supposedly image stabilization, and I won't have to worry too much about the shaky video. The acoustics in here are great. I mean, these old buildings, you could hear somebody talking without even them raising their voice. Okay, this is the back door to something. I've got to go around to the front to get in, I'm sure. Yeah, it's locked. Door needs a little repair. Okay, they didn't have that Caterpillar generator, I'm sure. But this thing has been used for a lot of different things. It's been used as I think a mental hospital at one time, around the 1900s. I'm not positive on that, but it seems like I read that somewhere. You can go to Wikipedia and key in Fort Stanton, New Mexico, and probably come up with a lot of good info. But I'm just out and about, guys, out and about. It's a Saturday morning, and I woke up feeling good. And I thought, well, hell, I'll just drive out here. But see, this is a great day to be here since there's no crowd. Now, if they're having an event, it's like a beehive, man. Believe me, there's a lot of people that are interested in this. This building straight ahead right here, if you can see my finger right in there, I think it's open in the front. Because when I drove in, I was looking for open doors so that I might just kind of go in and check them out. When they have events, they open more of them up. I'm sure they have it sometimes. They'll probably have a guide take you around. This is buildings 17 through 20. It doesn't say what they were, though. Okay. I don't know if this building here would be a church, but it's open on the front, not open on the side. Wind's picking up a little bit, not much. A lot of buildings here, though. You could spend all day walking around and looking at buildings. If you wanted to check this out on Google Earth, you would key in Kit Carson Road and Buffalo Soldiers Trail. I'm at that intersection. I thought this was open. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. Okay, we'll do this one and we'll end the video. Anyway, we're going to go in. Yeah, they got a lot of, it says the Fort Stanton Internment Camp. It says during its operational years, Fort Stanton served the United States government in Mexico in a number of capacities. One of the most unique periods was its use as an internment camp in the Second World War. The U.S. Border Patrol detained 411 crew members from the SS Columbia at Fort Stanton between 1941 and 1945. This exhibit chronicles their experience before, during, and after their internment in Lincoln County. Okay, we got that. Well, anyway, this must have been their ship right here. This must have been the, what, SS Columbus, I guess. But anyway, they got caught and brought in here. Hell, look how little it is. They must have been like Lilliputians. I wonder if there's any of them around here. They must have been little bitty people who live on that. And here is a broken pot, okay? That was probably slammed on somebody's head. Here's a note that somebody wrote back then. It says, we found this item this summer beside the swimming pool. Never mind, somebody just put that in there recently. Okay, let me show you the ceiling. Let me give you a picture of the whole building, actually. Forgot my manners. See that big, huge fireplace? Boop. Amazing, isn't it? You know, these old buildings back then were certainly very well built. I mean, these were sturdy. I mean, you didn't have to worry about a high wind blowing this down. Well, there's the SS Columbus that was captured in 1924. And then 5 years later, they show a picture of it. I guess that's when it was leaving. It was 32,000 gross GRT, something tons. It was 8 decks, 49 feet long, 750 feet long, 49 feet high, and 83 feet wide, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm getting that right or not. So that's what this was. This is where they held them. They deterred them. If you're deterred, that basically means you're in jail. And here's the Lloyd Post. And here's, ooh, look at this uniform here. This is the United States Border Patrol dress uniform 1940s. That was their dress greens. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Guy's got a really short neck, doesn't he? He hardly has any neck. Yo, I have to remember that. Okay, here's some more barter. But here's Gottlieb. Now here's a guy that knows his stuff. Gottlieb W. Lenko. He joined the U.S. Border Patrol soon after its inception in 1924. Okay, here's a guy here from 1942 to 1945, and I'm sure these guys are from the same period. But this old fireplace is freaking awesome. And here's a picture of Fort Stanton when it was an internment camp right up here. See all the lights? It was basically a prison, that's it. But anyway, guys, from Fort Stanton near Capitan, New Mexico, this is Rusty 78609. That's the head of the Border Patrol. Wonder why they always call them a head. You know, like it's just they just have a head and nothing else. You know, the head of that the head of that company is, you know, it's like there's just a head sitting somewhere. Okay, but anyway, let me finish this thing and let me get over here where I can point at the fireplace for an ending. And that will be, yeah, okay, so the fort was used as a deterrent camp, or an internment camp, okay? But anyway, this is Rusty 78609 from inside a really neat looking building. I mean, look at that ceiling, would you? Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything your little heart desires. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission and it doesn't cost you 1 penny. What else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day is not going to hurt you. Actually, it's good for you, and you should out here in New Mexico do it for sure because it's so dry. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll also help you lose weight if that's what you need or want to do. And what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Several times a day. Why? That reduces stress and that lowers your blood pressure. And is that good for you? Sure. You know it is. What else? Stretch, walk. I've done that this morning. What else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Whatever you let in are ingredients. And if you just let in good ingredients or, quote, positive ingredients, then you'll feel good. Is that worth something? Sure. Peace of mind is worth something. You know, if you had one wish that could be granted to you, peace of mind wouldn't be a bad one. Anyway, guys, adios. Bye-bye.